Okay.
Sorry. Look at you. Yeah. Yeah.
Câu hỏi đầu tiên là bạn đánh giá như thế nào về cái tiềm năng phát triển du lịch của Việt Nam? Liệu rằng là cái tiềm năng đó có phải lý do mà cho Hayat đầu tư ở Việt Nam?
The first question is how do you evaluate the potential of Vietnam tourism? And is that the reason why you chose Vietnam to invest for the Pattaya?
So, without a doubt, Vietnam has experienced a tourism boom over the past 10 years, and it has become the leading destination in Southeast Asia, on par with some of the established destinations such as Thailand and Indonesia.
Không cần nghi ngờ gì nữa thì trong vòng 10 năm qua thì đã chứng kiến cái sự bùng nổ của du lịch Việt Nam, và đây cũng là một trong những cái thị trường ta nói là tiên phong ở Đông Nam Á, và đó là lý do tại sao mà Pattaya quyết định là chọn Việt Nam để đầu tư.
So we first established a presence in Vietnam in 2005 with Park Hyatt Saigon, which quickly became known as the leading luxury hotel in Vietnam. And today we are building on that presence. Park Hyatt Resort and Residences is a boost to our presence in Vietnam.
Năm 2005 thì là Park Hyatt đã quyết định đầu tư vào thị trường Việt Nam với Park Hyatt Sài Gòn, và đó cũng là một trong những cái khách sạn được biết tới là một trong những khách sạn xa xỉ nhất trên thế giới và rất là thành công. Và sau 14 năm thì chúng tôi quyết định quay trở lại Việt Nam với cái dự án tiếp theo là dự án Park Hyatt Resort and Residence.
Tại sao lại là Park Hyatt ở Phú Quốc, và tại sao là Park Hyatt lại lựa chọn Phú Quốc để làm đối tác trong cái đầu tư?
And why Phú Quốc and why Bangkok for this investment?
There are three key reasons why we have chosen Phu Quoc for the first Park Hyatt Resort and Residences in Vietnam and in fact in Southeast Asia. The first reason is that Phu Quoc is destined to become a leading resort destination in Southeast Asia. The island has all the natural attributes, a beautiful environment, great climate, and proximity to the key markets in this region.
Có 3 lý do mà tại sao tập đoàn Hyatt lại chọn Phú Quốc làm cái điểm đến cho dự án Park Hyatt Resort và Residence đầu tiên tại Việt Nam, cũng có thể nói rằng là đầu tiên tại Đông Nam Á. Lý do thứ nhất là bởi vì Phú Quốc đang trở thành một trong những cái điểm đến tiên phong dẫn đầu ở trong thị trường, bởi vì thứ nhất là bởi cái điều kiện tự nhiên của hòn đảo này, thứ hai là điều kiện về khí hậu, và thứ ba là nó rất là gần với những cái điểm đến ở trong khu vực.
The second reason is the site itself. It's a rare piece of land which is really difficult to find, not only in Vietnam, Southeast Asia, but really in the whole world. The site is 160 acres, and the Park Hyatt Resort and Residences will be developed along this site. It is bordered on one side by 1.7 kilometers of pristine beach, and on the other side it is bordered by beautiful undulating hills, and there's also a stream that runs through the site. So really it's short of a perfect site for a resort development.
Cái lý do thứ hai mà tại sao chúng tôi lại chọn Phú Quốc vào thời điểm này, đấy là thực sự là chúng tôi đã rất là may mắn khi mà chọn được một cái vùng đất, một cái vị trí mà thực ra là rất là khó tìm ở Phú Quốc, ở Việt Nam và cũng như ở trên toàn thế giới. Đó là một cái địa thế mà nó có 1,7 km trải dài bằng đường biển hoàn toàn nguyên sơ, và cái phía còn lại thì được bao bọc bởi một cái dãy núi tự nhiên và hoàn toàn phủ xanh bởi những cây xanh và những cây cổ thụ. Và đặc biệt nữa là ở giữa cái dự án này thì nó có một con suối tự nhiên chảy qua, và thực sự đây là một cái địa thế mà hiếm có, khó tìm, không chỉ ở Việt Nam mà có thể nói là trong khu vực và trên thế giới.
And the third reason is the opportunity to collaborate with Bimland, who, without a doubt, is one of the leading resort and real estate luxury developers in Vietnam. We are truly honored and privileged to partner with them on this visionary resort in Phu Quoc.
Và lý do thứ ba đấy là chúng tôi rất là may mắn khi mà có cơ hội để hợp tác với Bimland, là một trong những cái nhà phát triển bất động sản nghỉ dưỡng, du lịch và nghỉ dưỡng hàng đầu tại Việt Nam, và đặc biệt là trong cái dự án mà có tầm nhìn như thế này tại Phú Quốc.
Hay á, thì các anh đã kỳ vọng như thế nào trong cái việc là hợp tác cùng với Vin Group tại Việt Nam, và kỳ vọng là chúng ta sẽ có thể làm cái gì để thúc đẩy Việt Nam phát triển một cái gì đó.
How do you expect about this partnership, especially for this project, and also based from this project, how do you think that it will have any impact on the Vietnam tourism?
It's a strategic collaboration for us from the beginning. When we started working with BIM Group, we had a sense that they were truly committed to delivering an exceptional resort in Phu Quoc and in Vietnam. It is very clear their commitment to quality and to creating something that really is a new level of luxury and sophistication in the Phu Quoc market. And that really means a lot to us as Hyatt. We're very aligned with those values. And we also believe that this will be a game changer for Phu Quoc as a resort destination, and even put Vietnam on the global tourism map.
Qua cái sự hợp tác với BIM thì chúng tôi thấy rằng đây là một trong những cái hợp tác mà rất là chiến lược giữa BIM và Hyatt, bởi vì chúng tôi thấy rằng đây là một trong những cái đơn vị phát triển mà họ có một cái sự cam kết rất là rõ ràng về mặt phát triển thành một cái sản phẩm mà nó có chất lượng cao. Và cái dự án này thì nó không chỉ có tác động rất là lớn đến Phú Quốc trong cái việc định hình Phú Quốc thành một cái điểm đến resort tầm cỡ quốc tế, mà nó còn ảnh hưởng đến tác động rất là tốt đến Việt Nam, và đặt cái tiềm năng du lịch của Việt Nam trên cái bản đồ du lịch của toàn thế giới. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hot Thai Art is well known for its brand, luxury brand. So what makes your project with Bimland outstanding? And Phu Quoc Island is the top destination with very many quality brand in Vietnam. So what makes your project different and outstanding?
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of the three factors which I already mentioned. One is the site, which is really exceptional and creates the fabric for creating a truly outstanding resort with a beautiful natural environment within the site. The concept of the Park Hyatt Resort and Residences is based around a home away from home, a very refined and elegant resort. The resort comprises a hotel as well as 65 villas, and all of the accommodation will have spectacular sea views and views of the sunset. The design of the resort, particularly the villas, is based on the principles of the Vietnamese home, where many generations of the same family live under the same roof. The architecture and the interior design is going to be based on traditional Vietnamese elements together with refined and elegant contemporary design elements which are symbolic of the Park Hyatt market. The second aspect which I think will make this truly unique is the expertise of Bimland. As I mentioned, reputations second to none. In Phu Quoc, Bimland has successfully developed resorts with leading international and local brands, and we see this as an extension of their success, and as I said, have always had a sense of alignment within land in terms of their focus on quality and luxury. And the third element is the Park Hyatt brand. As you pointed out, it is the most luxurious brand in Hyatt's portfolio of 20 brands, and it is based on principles of sophistication, refined accommodation, exemplary culinary experiences, and outstanding recreational facilities for the guests.
Em cần đi qua.
Sir, are you translating this as well, or? No, yeah, she got it. Yeah, you're right.
Ok, rồi. Chắc là bây giờ mình sẽ chuyển sang tập famous place like Phú Quốc Island and Hà Nội.
So, as I mentioned, I think Vietnam is undisputably on its way to becoming a leading tourism destination in the region and globally. It is a fact that over the last decade, Vietnam tourism arrivals have grown from 4 million to about 17 million. So it's a huge success story. And Vietnam has successfully taken market share from other destinations such as Thailand and Indonesia. So I really believe this is the start of a journey and a successful journey. Vietnam, and as Phu Quoc, has a rich cultural, historical heritage, as well as a beautiful natural environment, as we see in Phu Quoc Island.
The next question, as you know, it complete infrastructure, the like of products and services, and high class accommodation. So, are they the weaknesses of Vietnam's tourism? So, how should it be improved?
So I think Vietnam is experiencing a point in its development where there has been significant growth in arrivals, significant investment in infrastructure, and the future opportunity lies in focusing not only on quantity, not only in the number of tourism arrivals, but also on the quality of improving airport infrastructure, road infrastructure, as well as continuing to develop the breadth and depth of the accommodation product.
And so, as we already know that, Mr. Park Hyatt will directly operate and manage the first resort in Southeast Asia in the near future. So why did you Mastercard decide to choose the Phu Quoc and Southeast Asia?
We chose Phu Quoc and Southeast Asia for 3 reasons. One, Phu Quoc is a beautiful island which is quickly establishing itself as a leading resort destination in Southeast Asia. The natural environment of the island, the climate, as well as proximity to the key markets are really outstanding ingredients for the success of the island as a tourism destination. The second reason is the spectacular and rare nature of this site, which is owned by BIM Land. It is a truly exceptional site. The resort will be developed along 160 acres of pristine land, bordered on one side by 1.7 kilometers of natural beach, and on the other side, undulating green, lush hillside. It is really a picture-perfect site to develop a resort, and we're honored and privileged to have the opportunity to make it the home of the first Park Hyatt Resort and Residences.
So, in your opinion, what are the special features of the Park Hyatt Phu Quoc compared to other resorts in the Southeast Asia and Phu Quoc?
So first of all, the site, extremely unique and rare, one of a kind. Second, the facilities that we're developing, which comprise hotel accommodation and also 65 very unique beachfront and hillside villas, which will all have sunset views of the ocean. The facilities themselves are very unique and will comprise a lakeside spa, 2 signature restaurants, a sunset bar, a Camp Hyatt Kids Club, 2 swimming pools, over 400 square meters of meeting facilities, and also an organic farm.
Last question for you.
Yes.
How do you think about the Phu Quoc Marina complex, which is invested and developed by EIM Group? And why did Mr. Park trust and accompany with EIM Group in developing the first resort in the Southeast Asia?
So the resort is part of an integrated resort, and the reason that we chose to partner with BIM Land on this resort is because BIM Land has a reputation as a leading luxury resort and real estate developer in Vietnam. It is really a privilege and an honor to partner with them, and we have full confidence in their commitment and ability to deliver a new level of luxury and sophistication on Phu Quoc Island.
Okay, and that's the end. Thank you very much for joining
Thank
us.
you, thank you, thank you. So, over the past decade, Vietnam has really grown as a tourism destination, and I believe that Phu Quoc is destined to become a leading resort destination in the region, similar to Phuket, Bali, and Koh Samui. We have already had considerable success in the resort sector with Da Nang, Nha Trang to an extent, and Phu Quoc is also well on its way to becoming a leading resort destination. I feel that Phu Quoc is really unique. It's positioned at the crossroads in Vietnam, at the crossroads of several key markets, be it the North Asian markets such as Japan and Korea. It is proximate to Singapore, proximate to Hong Kong, again, ideally positioned for access for those key markets. And in addition to that, of course, the natural environment of Phu Quoc, the island destination, the year-round climate is also a key factor. And then the third reason is the investment in infrastructure, the new airport, which makes it easy to access all the key resorts.
Vietnam has witnessed a very large
A natural cycle. In the first instance, in an emerging destination, there is a focus on attracting the number of visitors. And as I mentioned, as the destination begins to mature and develop, there's a natural shift to focus on not only quantity, but also quality. And I believe that through the initiatives and investment of groups like BIMLAND, there is a potential to effectively and successfully target that segment. And without a doubt, Vietnam has all the potential attributes to become a high-end luxury destination.
how does the partnership with Google help you in your tourism development part in Vietnam?
I believe we owe a debt of gratitude to BIMLAND. They are, as I mentioned, a leading developer in this segment, and we first started discussions on this project over 3 years ago. From the start, it was very clear to me that BIM is focused on quality and creating something unique, really a landmark development which will be which will set a new benchmark in terms of luxury and refined accommodation and experience in Phuc Quoc.
Speak up, so you got a very soft voice.
Firstly, can you share about your aspect on the cooperation with Park Hyatt in the project, not only in the project but also the development of tourism in Phuc?
Sure. First up, it's we must say from BIMland and BIM Group, it's an absolute pleasure to have signed today with Hyatt Hotels Corporation. They have an extensive sort of portfolio of brands, and for Phuc Quoc we are establishing the first Park Hyatt. And Hyatt Corporation goes back to 1957, so they've got a long heritage of running hotels. Jay Pritzker was the original founder of Hyatt, and he has a very strong reputation in the industry. So for BIMland and BIM Group to have signed up the agreement with them is a privilege from our side. We recognise their heritage in the industry. They come and bring a number of attributes when you build a resort of this nature. They have a strong technical team. They have an extremely strong service element and operational elements. And one of the things that when you build a resort of this nature and to this level, you must think about the guest's journey as you design and construct a hotel. Park Hyatt and Hyatt Hotels have got a strong reputation on building hotels worldwide that looks after the guest experience. And that was really important from BIMland to ensure that we partner with somebody. So the resort is in a fantastic location in Phuc Quoc. It's nestled around some beautiful landscape. It's got 1.7 kilometres of beachfront, and we've got 110 hotel rooms that all face the ocean, 65 villas that are designed around this landscape as well, with lakes in it, and we have a marvellous jetty that's got a signature restaurant on it, 2 other signature restaurants. And that's probably one of the fortes of Hyatt Hotels, is they come with a strong reputation on food and beverage. So the guest journey is very much protected on food and beverage, and we know what Hyatt brings to the table. So it's a great partnership, and we've enjoyed the journey so far, and very much looking forward to opening the resort. I think Hyatt Hotels recognise that the work that BIMland have done over recent years, just not in Phuc Quoc, but in other parts of Hanoi, or Vietnam. Hanoi is another spot. And BIMland are very active in Halong as well. So they see that the reputation that BIMland and BIM Group has built over the years, we've just celebrated 25 years of being in business, and that goes a long way. So the development that we have down in the marina complex supports BIMland's drive towards luxury. Luxury is an end that we want to play in. Upper upscale and upscale are other sort of areas that BIMland want to build and operate hotels. But Park Hyatt can see that what we say that we actually deliver through that design, through the construction, through pre-opening, and through into operations as well. So we have a sense that we want to build something that offers something back to the Vietnam economy and to the Vietnam people. There is a likeness between the two companies. There is an ability to look at sustainability when you build a project like this, and that's in design and construction, but it's also the way that you operate your hotels. So how do you give back to the local community? Hyatt Hotels do that very well, and BIM Group do that very well as well. So there's good synergies between the two companies. You might want to say that again, please. Did it move? Did it? Got it? Well done, thank you.
So you say that England is prefer to cooperate with the foreign brands rather than local brands. What do you think about that?
I think international brands bring certain opportunity for companies like BIM Land and BIM Group. They have a various what you call enterprise contribution, where you can plug into their systems and to generate sort of global bookings. By no means, stretch of the imagination does that mean local companies that we can't work with as well. So you can see the advancement in IT and technology nowadays, and that opens up opportunities to go global. So BIM does partner with local partners throughout the country. So I think we have a balanced portfolio. We have a very strong portfolio of either opened or pre-opening hotels, and there's a mix of who we want to work with. So, and that's a good way to minimise risks in any business.
Is a luxury segment is planned in the future? Something that can you share about the plan?
BIM Land at this stage has a number of hotels that have already opened and operating in Vietnam. We have a very healthy pipeline. And I think it's one of those areas where if we promise to do a project, there's a big commitment to uphold that promise. And you'll find over the coming years, next year and the year after, there'll be a number of projects opening in Phu Quoc. The Park Hyatt is one of them. And you'll find here in Hanoi we're doing something as well, and also in Ha Long. And we also have broadened ourselves a little bit further, and we have a very successful hotel in Laos, Vientiane, and we're building upon that as well and putting in an extension, another hotel. So you'll see a very active pipeline from BIM Group over the coming years.
BIM Group owns a lot of luxury and high-end apartment and accommodations in Phu Quoc. So how do you think about the purchasing power in this market? And how do you expect, how do you think about the potential opportunity in this market?
One of the things that struck me recently and seeing the updated tourism numbers for Vietnam, there's over 15 million international visitors and more than that this year. There's over 80 million domestic visitations this year, and it's growing. I think you'll find BIM Group are very active across a range of products, just not luxury. And we're very much talking about the Park Hyatt today, which is a special project that we're very proud of. But BIM Land are also playing in the upscale and upper upscale as well. So, and they're in your sort of traditional 3 to 4 to 5 star hotels. I think it's very important that you look at tourism that's coming in and you diversify your portfolio. And that's what BIM has looked at strategically, and it's had a plan in place to do that. It enjoys where it plays at the moment, but you have to think about where the growth is in the market. So the average spend for tourism is actually on the decline. So by moving across to luxury projects like Park Hyatt, we will see an increase in average spend, which supports the local economy and the national economy as well. And that's good, but you just can't rest just on one side of the market. So we do have a diverse portfolio, and that's important to BIM Land's strategy going forward.
So what are the criteria of being able to find the next destinations to develop the property?
BIM Land will look at a number, and is looking at a number of opportunities at the moment. So inbound tourism will always play a key part in that. What is that market? How is that growing? The domestic growth will play a big part in that. The GDP growth of that particular region will play a big part in where we decide to grow. But sometimes you want to be first mover in a market, and there might be a particular region with a piece of land with a unique topography and environment where we think that could be the place of the next growth engine for Vietnam. I can't give too much away at the moment, but those are the sort of categories that BIMland will look at and talk internally and with its business partners, and to make a determination to say that's the right area for us to grow. Not short term, not medium, but long term. I think one of the things you've got to think about an international company, and you mentioned two, and there's many more, is that they invest heavily in brands. That's what their primary focus is. They are branded companies. And so BIM Group look closely at a company, international company, and will make a determination if the location and the brand is what we are looking to design and build. They will then enter in conversations with international companies. A really good hallmark of an international company is a way that they can drive business for your hotel, and that's called enterprise contribution. So if we can partner with and today was a great example of doing the signing ceremony with Hyatt Hotels, and we look forward to working with them, and we can get and generate enterprise contribution through them. That is a significant reason why we will sign with a particular company.
Okay. And how can BIM Group?
Question. I think you'll find BIM Group have been in existence for 25 years. And in that 25 years, they've grown a reputation. And the products that and the hotels and resorts that we've developed and designed and constructed have been to a high quality. A good representation of that is Crown Plaza Vientiane in Laos. So we've gone out of our borders of Vietnam and gone over to Laos and opened a very successful hotel that has become number one in that market. Intercontinental Phu Quoc is another example. So the international companies have recognised early that BIM Group build and operate hotels to a sustainable way. They understand the guest journey that we're on, and we're also very commercial as well and looking for a return on investment. So I think you'll find that there's likeness between the top hotel companies worldwide and what BIM Group want to achieve.
The last question, with the strong investment.
Yeah, you have, when you go into a market like Phu Quoc and Ha Long, the journey is not a short journey. You must build infrastructure. You must build and look to build various resorts that give you a diversified portfolio. So the journey is a long one. And then we must partner with various operators to ensure that they are like-minded, like BIM as well, that they want to come on this journey with us. So one of the things is to look to say how far the horizon is for BIM and making sure that we have that same journey with other operators. And then BIM Group working with local partners as well. There's a lot of infrastructure that needs to be in place to make resort destinations like Ha Long and Phu Quoc successful. And we have a strong internal working relations amongst a number of government departments, and that's important to understand what journey they're on, so you can align your strategies where possible. And I think that's very important.